Oh yeah,
Yeah. So you know how the guy had to stand lateral, like they had to
yeah.
pull it off to start shooting.
Mhm.
If it was up to me, I'd have a room with that many revolvers, with several guns per round, and a TV with a bunch of video game figures and anime figures and everything around it.
To be fair though, right? As I'm not saying this because you already know what I sort of do. I'm not saying this because of this reason. I'm saying it because this is what every man should have did. Put a weapon in every goddamn motherfucking room of their house. Like,
Yes.
let me tell you something. You can walk into my mother's house, my father's house, my house. You can walk into my grandfather's house. There isn't a room where I cannot produce a weapon. See see if you can.
Entire room. My entire room. Like every room, hallway, closet, everything. At least had one gun.
Like I can shit you not. Like if I was to go into my bathroom, somebody breaks into my house, motherfucker better hope he comes prepared because I've got two guns. I've got a Glock 19 in the bathroom, and I've also got a fucking machete. The motherfucker better be prepared when he comes running up to me when I'm having my shit. Cause every room I go at, like every room in my house, I can produce a weapon. See if you, as a man,
Man, I don't
have a
smoke,
house
but
and you
I be
cannot
getting
produce
hungry.
a weapon in any room. You are not a man. You are a bitch.
Bro, when I got my bike,
Mhm.
I was planning a makeshift gun holster inside the handle for a gun.
Yeah.
Like just in case, like if someone goes to rob someone, pull that out.
Like I legit shit you not. No matter where I go, I can produce a weapon. Shit. Even in the barber shop, I feel comfortable because I can produce a weapon in any of the rooms in that barbershop. Any motherfucker wants coming for me, best believe he is able to fucking take me because let me tell you what, he's gonna get fucked up. And whether it's in my house, whether if I was go to my mother's house, I can still produce a weapon in my mother's house. Cause
What the fuck?
what?
Well, I don't know how much, but do a squat test. There. So now we know you like football. Let's do a little test. Do a squat test.
As I was saying, as I was saying, as I was saying, if you can't produce a weapon in any room of your house, you're not a man. Airsoft guns don't count. BB guns do not count as weapons. Just find a better place for him. I know that in my house, nobody's gonna find the guns except for me. Rather I get raided by the police, motherfuckers ain't gonna find shit. Nigga, even in the shower, I've got a fucking weapon with me.
A new luxury car is available to win. Stop by and have a try at the Lucky Wheel. The inside track is open and the excitement is addictive. Pick your horse and cheer them on to victory.
See, that's the fucking difference between me and you. You were giving him a chance to phone him. Motherfuckers ain't snitching on me what I did. Because the motherfucker won't have a chance. like, I almost can't. Like, there's been a couple of times people tried to break into my mother's house, and the motherfuckers didn't know I was there, but the motherfuckers thought that keeping me in one room would stop me from being able to get their firearm. The motherfuckers didn't know I had my mother's house planted out with fucking firearms around the place. I had a Glock 19 in a bathroom. Yes. Oh yeah. But you can't read. You see, this is the. You see, this is the fucking thing. This is the fucking thing where people don't wonder about these questions. They see an old woman decide, oh, we're gonna break in here because she's old. Okay, try it. But the difference is that I was there. Them motherfuckers thought that because I was young, we keep him locked in one room, he'd not be able to produce a weapon. The motherfuckers didn't know that. Little did they know, I have fucking firearms all around the house. Like in my. Exactly, yeah. Like the minute the guy goes to me, just stay quiet, and we won't hurt you. I was like, nigga, you ain't gonna hurt shit. And because it's UK, this is the fucking funny thing, because guns are against the law in the UK, but this is the fucking funny thing. The motherfucker started over like a wee fucking reading baseball bat. He goes, don't move and I won't hurt you. Hear me, nigga? You ain't gonna do shit. Yeah, and he goes, nigga. I was like, nigga, you ain't gonna do shit. And he goes, you talking back to me, boy? And I says, damn right I am, nigga. And he goes, what the fuck makes you so cocky? Hear me, the fact that I have a 50E, there's the eagle behind my bed. And he goes, nigga, you don't have shit, so shut the fuck up. Motherfucker, I carry weapons no matter where I go. The one thing that gives me more confidence in getting into a gunfight with another gang is another gang might be able to have more guns, they may have more people, but the difference is they don't have the same gun training as I do. I can shoot fucking. I'm not good at darts, right? I'm shit at aiming and darts, but when it comes to shooting, I can fucking knock. But when it comes down to the gun training, see, when it comes down to having the gun training, the experience with a gun, and the experience of the recoil, you are the best person in the fight. You can have 5 guys lined up with fucking a Glock 19, 5 guys lined up with Glock 19s. Not one of them is guaranteed to hit you with a bullet because they don't have proper gun training. They know how to shoot the gun, but don't know how to fucking properly work the gun. Where me, I know how. Like, people ask me, do I get a scared just in case somebody bigger or has more experience than me and can kill me? No, I don't, because let me tell you. motherfuckers don't know the level of fearless I have. Motherfuckers come in and they have stuff to lose. I don't have shit to lose, and one other fucking thing, I do not fucking fear shit. People believe in God. Yes, they can believe in God. Let me tell you something. I don't believe in God because I think it's myself as motherfucking God. Exactly. I'm all I need. Like, I don't believe in some other nigger to help me out. I believe in myself to fucking respond to that shit. And motherfuckers who think that, motherfucker thinks that because they see me, they'll probably be able to go, okay, we could fucking take him in a gunfight, we could take him in a knife fight. Niggas can't do that shit. I've been trained. This is what made me so good in M&A. This is how I became so good in M&A and not get knocked out once. Because I've been trained since a child. I wasn't taking, when I say I was trained since I was a child, I don't mean like we were fucking, like sparring. No. I mean like there was no fucking safety measures in this shit. If you got your arm broken, you were expected to still be able to win that fight even with a fucking broken arm. And a lot of people don't believe when I say it, but this is what makes me such a tough motherfucker. Because I've been through every pain in my life. A lot of people don't know this. I've been stabbed. I've been knocked down before with a car. I've broken almost. Being honest with you, I got knocked down and I got back up again. And the two people who knocked me down had one reason why I did it. One reason why they did it was because I beat the head out of their cousin. Their cousin was selling drugs on my turf. And I was like, fuck this shit, I ain't having it. I kicked the head out of their cousin. The cousin went to hospital. And they realized it was me. So they saw me when they were driving a BMW. They were driving a BMW AM3. So they were. It was dark grey with black rims. With a red interior seating. And they... no. No. And the motherfuckers hit me. And the motherfuckers thought I was dead, so they're going to reverse their car and do a U-turn to get out of the area. Then the motherfuckers realized I was getting back up. They decided to get out of the car. One of them decided to go into the trunk of their car to get an iron bar, an iron thing to change your spur wheel. Yeah, tire iron. Decided to go into the trunk of the car to get one. Went to go and beat me with it. It hit me across the ribs. Broke two of my ribs. Plus, in the car plus when he hit me with the car, I sprained my ankle and popped my knee out of place. But yet, these two motherfuckers thought they were going to be better than me. I'd still beat these two motherfuckers so bad. When the ambulance actually showed up, the ambulance actually decided to go for the two guys who rammed me over in their car instead of helping me. And I says, never mind them, fuck them, help me. And the paramedic goes, but you beat the head out of these two motherfuckers. Hear me? Yeah, but I called the paramedics for me. And he goes, well, what's the matter with you? Hear me? And they were like, well, what's the matter with you? Hear me? First off, these motherfuckers hit me with their BMW and that motherfucker beat me with a tire iron. He goes, shit. The paramedic's true reaction. I actually remember the paramedic's name. You called him David. And he actually turned around and goes, yeah, he actually turned around and says, Shit, I thought you beat them with a tire iron. No, hear me. No, these motherfuckers ramped me over. And he beat me with a tire iron. And I decided to beat both of them motherfuckers. So the guy ended up... And I beat them. Yes, with a knee, what was... Like this motherfucker literally goes on the radio, requests 2 more ambulance, because his ambulance is like a modern ambulance, requests 2 more ambulance, and then the police department, the PSNI you call them, decided to come out to follow up like an incident report, and they asked the 2 guys who were there, do you want to press charges after they woke up after their surgery, because exactly. But this is the most bullshit thing, because the PSNI came in to me and goes, the 2 guys decide to press charges, and I turn around and says, look assholes, I got round the front of a shop, there was CCTV, get the CCTV footage, and ask me do I want to press charges. So the motherfuckers wait, they come back and say like about 4 or 3 hours, because the PSNI take their shit ass time. They come back, oh yeah, but these motherfuckers come back with a CCTV footage on like a tablet or an iPad, sorry. They come back with it on an iPad, and the guy goes, holy shit, we asked these 2 because we thought you hit them, and say me, no, these motherfuckers hit me first. And they turn and goes, in all my lifetime in this career, I have never saw someone get hit by a car, get hit by a tire iron, and still proceed to beat the head out of 2 people. And the guys were literally like, do you want to press charges? And I said, no. And the guy goes, why do you not want to press charges? He goes, why do you not want to press charges? They get them arrested. And hear me, because I broke, as far as I know, apparently did one of your other officers, I've beaten 2 of them. One of them has a broken wrist, the other one has a broken jaw, and the other guy apparently has a broken nose and a broken eye socket. And the cop goes, yes, they both just got out of surgery like a couple of hours. And they were like, are you definitely sure you don't want to press charges? And I was like, I'm sure. And he goes, okay. He goes, so he had it on tape. He had it all wrote down, that so that way I couldn't say that these motherfuckers don't want me to press charges, because they asked them, do you want to press charges, thinking that I was the bad guy, when really I was the good guy in this situation. So, oh yeah, so more or less these motherfuckers had to get so these motherfuckers had to get it on recording, just in case I decided to bring it up in court and all that kind of shit. So they got it on recording, asked me, did I want to press charges? And I said no on the recording. And as soon as this cop turns off the recording, he turns around and goes, so this is off the record. Why do you seriously not want to press charges? Because I says, once these 2 niggas get out of hospital, I'm going to put them 6 feet under. And this cop turned around and goes, okay, have a nice day. And I said, this cop could, even if this cop wanted to bring me, a lot of people don't understand this story, but even if this cop wanted to bring us to his boss and tried to arrest me for some other attention. He had no way of proving that I was going to do it because I said it, but nobody else was in the room with him, and he had the recording device off. Oh yeah, and pretty much this cop was like, okay, I hope you get better soon, and I hope that the knee that got popped out of place, you know, you get fully back, restored back to health and all. And he goes, but for the RT, may God be on their side, and he just walks out of the room. He, like, this mother... This motherfucker literally walks out, swings open the curtain, closes the curtain again of the hospital ward, walks out and goes, good luck, nurse, and have a nice day, and walks on out the building. The nurse comes out to me and goes, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. He goes, do you need any morphine or anything? Here's me. No. He goes, right, the doctor's going to come down now and help us pop your knee back into place. Hear me, don't worry about that, I just did it now. And he goes, you're going to pop your knee back into place? And I said, well, I popped it out of place before. He goes, you have? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, it does say that's on your medical records. Hear me, I know. No. Actually, yeah, I have. Where they have to get into, like, that guy Nemo's submarine to get off the island. Yes, I have, sorry. Go ahead. Do you know what? Do you know what? See, to be honest with you, see if anybody ever pops their knee out of place, I would advise them not to pop it back into place. By themselves, go to hospital and do it. Yes, but I already knew what I was doing. And being honest with you, maybe I popped it out of place before, and I got popped back into place by my grandfather. I saw how he did it. And to be honest with you, but you know what? But I was like, you know, when your knees popped out of place, it hurts more it being popped out of place than it does being popped into place. See as soon as you pop your knee back into place, it hurts, I will admit. Yes. So, see when you pop your knee back into place, it hurts, I will admit, it hurts like a bitch. But, instead of a couple of minutes, that pain goes away. And see when I see all these motherfuckers who pop their knee out of place, and then they go and get like a knee brace. They're like, oh, I have to use crutches. I'm like, motherfucker, get the fuck off that. You call yourself a man? That's just being a bitch. Like, like, I ain't gonna lie, yes, it's sore. Yes, it's still sore after like a couple of days, but you do not need to milk it that much. Motherfuckers call themselves men, and yet they act like women. They milk shit so much. like,
What's wrong with her now?
I am so much like, I'm so much like my grandfather and my dad, right? My grandfather, he had 8 heart attacks, survived them all, and yet when after he had his 8 heart attacks, the people called an ambulance. He's making petrol bombs now. No problem. What are you doing anyway? No problem. But anyway, as I was saying, like, all these motherfuckers out here fucking milking shit to the max. Like, my grandfather, he had 8 heart attacks. He lives out in Texas now. He had 8 heart attacks and decided to, the guy who fucking called the ambulance for him, brought him to the hospital, and the minute he got to the hospital, the guy goes, right, this is what's wrong with your heart. Your heart's in bad condition due to the stress you're putting it under. And my grandfather goes, and what's that mean? He goes, a man your age shouldn't be lifting the weight he's lifting and doing all the shit he's doing all the shit around your ranch by yourself. And the first time my grandfather says, okay, well, as you go down my room, can you decide to get the discharge forms? And the fucking doctor turns around and goes, why would you need the discharge forms? He goes, because I'm discharging myself out of a shithole. And he goes, why would you be doing that? We can help you out now and get you stanced up for your heart. And he goes, I don't give a fuck. You get me the fuck out. I ain't getting myself the fuck out of here. Either by filling out those discharge forms or by walking the fuck out of here after 8 heart attacks. And the doctor turned around and goes, you couldn't possibly be able to walk out of here after having 8 heart attacks today. And he goes, watch me, bitch. This motherfucker stood up and crawled his way down the hospital corridor to get to the front door and decided to get himself an Uber to go back to his ranch out in Texas. Like, this motherfucker, like, my grandfather is one of the toughest motherfuckers I know. But see, next to my grandmother is like another motherfucker who is tough. My grandmother literally cut her finger with a fucking knife. And she was in the middle doing her cooking and she cut her finger with a knife. Went through the nerve of her finger, so she can't really bend her finger like a way normal people could bend it because she cut the nerve of it. My grandfather goes, do you want to go to the hospital? And she goes, no, I want to finish up the dinner. This bitch finished up the dinner, and then after she was done her dinner, she put all the dishes like in the dishwasher, and then went to hospital to get her finger looked at. Like the motherfuckers turn around and goes, how long ago did this incident happen? And my grandmother just turned around and goes, I cut through the nerve about an hour and 30 minutes ago. And they're like, and you only getting here now? And she was like, yeah, I had to finish up the dinner and put all the dishes in the dishwasher. The nurse looks so confused and goes to my grandmother. Okay, right, you've cut through the nerve, and you're gonna need to get like your finger, like obviously reattached or whatever the fuck they had to do. They explained it out there, and my grandmother goes, right, can you do it right now? And they're like, not right now, because the surgeon needs to get in the surgery room to get the anesthesia to put you asleep or help you to get it off. My grandmother looked at it, goes, just grab the needle and thread and do it. And they were like, no, because we haven't got it. My grandmother gets the needle and thread and puts it right through her finger. She goes, I already started, now you finish it. The nurse literally went out and got the fucking doc to come in to sew the rest of this, because she turned around and goes, I don't want to get in trouble just in case I lose my job. But it, like, see when people go to me, do you know what it is? It's actually got the, like, we actually don't go to hospitals unless, like, the medics are already there to bring us there. See if they're not already there, we just drive home. Like, I've had so much injuries. I've broken ribs before, and I just came home, changed, literally got changed and, like, undressed in my underwear, and just went to bed. Like as shit never happened. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm like a really hard, tough guy. I'm really not like a big, but it's like like, people have seen me, like, being beaten. Like, I'm not going to deny. I've been out in the streets selling drugs. I have. I've been doing, like, when I first started selling drugs, I made so much money, I didn't know where to put it. When I first started, I had money. Like, I have, like, a king-size bed in my bedroom, right? Underneath the mattress, I had to lift it up. I end up having to lift up the mattress, get a smash on me in bed. I literally had to take off the mattress off my bed, set it up against the wall, lean the mattress up against the wall, and take all this money and put it underneath my mattress. Now, king size bed is pretty big, and under no way the king size bed have like all these wooden slats. Oh yeah, I have money. I have money lined up all on. I had so much money underneath my mattress in my king size bed. I had no more room to put money. I have money. I have money in a every new pair of shoes I brought, I took the new pair of shoes out, have money in fucking shoe boxes, and I have at least over 100 pairs of shoes. I have money in shoe boxes. I had like, I have, I have money all underneath my bed, money all in the shoe boxes. I even went out of my way to buy a gaming PC, and I have money in the gaming PC itself. And I'm exaggerating. I have. I am not even a best about, and the worst thing about it, all less money is all from, all that money was all from selling drugs. So if I had got, so if any cops had came in, see if any cops had came in, see if any cops had came into my house to do a search warrant, they would have found, I don't even know how much money it is. I lost track after like 100,000. I lost track after 100,000. I think I had at least like 200,000 underneath my bed. Everywhere you could have went, and like I was even going to like the stages. Do you ever get away in Breaking Bad, Walter White's like burying money everywhere he can? I was going through those stages. No. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. I've said multiple things what's been in TV shows. It just so happens that some of those lines are true. Like, what the way? Oh yeah. I was literally, like, when I first started out, I was going there, like, I would have been living in my mother's place. I decided to go out middles of the night till like 6 in the morning, get back, and like, you would have heard me moving stuff to hide anything what was against the law to have. I always went out with a gun, a knife, and I always had to hide that, right? And there was one time my mother and my stepfather go to me. Oh yeah. There was one time my my stepdad and my mother goes to me, where are you getting this money from? And I was like, Mom, I've been doing night shifts in this here supermarket called Tesco's. I've been doing night shifts, sir. That's all I've been doing. She goes, so where's your uniform? Here's me. We have like on we lockers, and I just have all my uniform, you know, hanging up in the locker. And she goes, okay. I feel like that time she was like, bullshit, but I'm not gonna call him on it. Right? I go to juvie. I went to juvie for a year or 2 years. And I get out, my stepdad and my mom, and at the time, some of my other family members were living with my mom because something happened to their mom, and they needed a deposit for a house. And my mom goes, we need a deposit to get a house because at the time they were in a hostel. And my stepdad goes, yeah, but we can't get $3 grand that easily. And I was like, oh, you just need 3 grand, no problem. I ripped 3,000 out of my pocket and goes, here you go. You could use this here to get deposit on the house. They get the deposit on the house. And my mother goes, you ain't working in no goddamn motherfucker supermarket. And I turn around and goes, how do you know, hear me? I have been out spending my money, could have been in GB. She goes, let me tell you something. She goes, no motherfucker who's working in some supermarket's gonna go to GB and come out and just hand 3,000 grand over the table like as if it's nothing. And here's my stepfather goes, what are you? And I was like, a man? He goes, no. He goes, what are you? Hear me? I just told you I'm a fucking man. I'm not transgender, I'm not female. He goes, no, you're not listening to the question I'm asking you. He goes, what are you? Are you a dealer? Are you a fucking killer? What the fuck do you do? And I was about to answer this question when my stepfather looked me in the eyes and literally goes, do you know what? Don't answer. And I said, why you asked me the question? He goes, judging by the way you were going to answer this question, a part of me wants to know, but the other same respect, I already know, and I know you're far worse than any other motherfucker out there. He goes, so for me, and he turned around and goes, and for me, I would rather not know what else you've did. And he goes, alright, I know what you're doing, but I'm going to pretend that I don't. And my mother asked the same question. I'll never forget one time, right? My mum has a driving license. She's over 21, so in the UK, I was allowed to, you know, do my professional license and have the insurance to drive a car, and also had somebody over 21 with me. So we were in the car, and my mother goes to me. She goes, are you a dealer? And I was like, yeah, I work at the casino. I'm just, you know, throwing out a couple of cards. She goes, I know for a fucking fact you don't work in a supermarket. You're not working in no goddamn motherfucking casino, and you're sure as hell no card dealer. And I was like, okay. Hear me, okay. I'm a truthful person, right? I'm not going to deny. I'm not going to deny. Right? I know I say that there, but I'm doing it for their benefit, right? And as soon as I was going to answer her question, she was like, you know what? I already know. But I already know too. You're like your father and your grandfather. Your grandfather's one tough motherfucker. Your father's a tough motherfucker. And you are going to be a tough motherfucker. And I was like, how do you know I'm going to be a tough motherfucker? She goes, I saw you with black eyes. I saw you with broken ribs. I saw you come out of hospital while leaving other motherfuckers in hospital what give you damage. I saw you take on 7 different people at the once and leave them in hospital while you lay in hospital. She goes, that is the definition of a hard, tough motherfucker. She goes, you don't look it, but you are one tough motherfucker. And I was like, I was sitting there like, I was sitting there driving the car and I just had to, we stop at like a red light. I look around at her and I go, Mom, look, I don't know if I'm tough. And she goes, oh, I know for a fact you're tough because I know that your grandfather and your father didn't take it easy on you out in Texas, because when them motherfuckers train someone, they train them to be better than whatever the fuck they could come up against. And I was like, okay, but how do you know that? And she goes, because your father texted me one time when I was in Ireland going, I'm gonna train this little nigga to be better than any other motherfucker can be. And if I can't train him to be better, I'm going to train him to be the toughest motherfucker in the world. And my mother literally goes, my mother, because she served in the military, she literally goes, okay, do it. And my mother goes, I thought you would have joined the army. I thought you would have joined something else. What would have got you like the adrenaline? Yeah. I did do that. But I also did, you know, other things. And she was like, okay, that's good. And but she goes, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like you being a dealer. But she goes, but I ain't no motherfucking snitch. So any motherfucker cunt with a badge comes in here looking you, I ain't snitching on shit. And that's how I found out my mother was a real fucking G. Because see the first motherfucking cop that came barging into the house going, we have a search warrant to search for stuff. Where's your son? She goes, I don't know. And the cop goes, we know for a fact you know where he is. And she goes, I don't know where my son is. When the Bobby tell you one thing, the day the police came for me, before I went to juvie, she turned around and goes to me, get out the fucking back door quick. I ran out the back door. She threw my jacket out. She locked the back door, cleaned she had anything what she had belonging to me. She got rid of it before the police even got to the front door. The police got to the front door. They were searching everything. They were in the house for like 3 hours straight. Look at me. And every time the cop goes, where is he? My mom goes, I don't know. She goes, but if he was here, my mom played it off so well. My mom goes, if the little nigga was here, I would give his bitch ass up anytime for fucking wasting my time. I'm not here to fucking get treated like this, and I don't want my house to be treated like this. We all use motherfuckers in it, so if the motherfucker was here, I would give him up. The cop believed it so much, the cop actually left with the police team. So the cop ended up leaving with his team. Oh yeah, and to top it off, my mom has real bad OCD. So the top of that all, she has OCD, so this cop believed what she said. And see the minute the police left, my mother, I got a phone call from my mom going, yo, the 5-0's left, you come back. I was like, for real? She was like, I told you I ain't no motherfucking snitch. She goes, get the fuck back here. Oh yeah, he has one side of broken jaw, he's gonna get the other broken jaw. And this was the craziest thing ever, because I literally turn around and goes to my father. Like, when I saw my father, after I got out of juvie, because obviously I couldn't run all the time, I just needed a couple of hours to hide some things before I got arrested, and she gave me that couple of hours to hide them, so that way I could get arrested. I ended up coming back. The police ended up catching me coming back, because somebody in her area snitched, and then they came for me. They arrested me, I went to juvie, got sentenced. The judge turned around and goes, why are you pleading? Are you going to plead non-guilty or guilty? And I said guilty, and the judge goes, well, how do you think you're going to survive in juvie due to the fact that you had a cop? And I says, look, bitch, I don't give a fuck about you or your bally ass motherfucking police. I got into juvie, and the cops up and walking me to my cell. Turn around and goes to me. I had like it was like a grey tracksuit. It was a grey jumper with grey sweatpants, right? And you had white socks.
Here for the magic touch? All patched up.
But see, when I saw my father after I got out of juvie, I told him what my mother did, and here's my father. Yeah, obviously. He goes, me and your mother grew up in the hood, and let me tell you something. You always have to find a bitch what's going to stand with you. Like, he literally turned around and goes, we grew up in the hood together, and I'm hanging. The minute he said that, I was like, shit, I would have took my mother to be that type of person. He turned around and goes, let me tell you something. That bitch was one bad bitch. Any motherfucker came looking for me, she would never snitch. He goes, so if you ever meet a girlfriend, meet a bad bitch what's gonna have your back no matter fucking what. And I was sitting there like, okay. And I was young at the time, and I was like, and the couple of girlfriends I've had, I was like, my father's actually right. You do need a bad bitch. You need a bitch what's going to be able to hold down the fort when you have kids. You need a motherfucking bitch what's not going to be able to fucking snitch. You need someone who you could trust to have your back. You need someone who you could show how to use a gun, and who you know isn't afraid to pull a trigger on any motherfucker that comes through the front door. And when I look at my mother, I'm like, I can see that shit now. I'm like, shit, I can see that now. Like, when I turn around and says to my mother, like, I'm getting really big into the drug game. I'm gonna have to kit your house out with guns. Just in case anything ever happens. Here's my mother. Nigga, I don't need your little pathetic ass guns. Hear me, why not? And she goes, I've already carried a Glock 19 on me ever since I gave birth to your little white black ass bitch. I was like, whoa, shit. I was like, my mom literally just turned gangster on me. She literally turned gangster on me, and I was sitting there like, shit, I was sitting there like, am I the dealer or is she the dealer? I was like, am I the pimp or is she the pimp? I don't fucking know what's going on. She turned gangster on me. Mm-hmm. I was sitting there like, I was so fucking confused. Oh, I saw that. But I was sitting like, shit, I came in here like a gangster tonight. She just went OG on me. Like, she went like, turned herself into an I was like, she just turned into an old ass motherfucking gangster on my ass. You know me, am I it? Or is she the gangster? I was confused. She goes, okay, nigga, get the house out with whatever fucking weapons you need. But she goes, you better not leave him in places which is obvious to our family members that you're a motherfucking dealer. Hear me, mom, you do know you don't have to call me a dealer. She goes, nigga, you lucky I don't fucking slap your bitch ass silly for talking back to me like that. She goes, get the fucking house out and get the fuck out. I was like, okay. So I kept the house. I was like, okay, so, you know, I kept the house out. Get away her room in the house with a weapon. And then I go back to my house. I get a phone call from my mother. She goes, hey, you pussy. I saw the little bitch ass knife you put in the fucking bathroom, you pussy ass nigga. I was like, sorry, what? She goes, I saw the little pussy ass knife you using. Here's me. It's a K-bar. It's one of the most reliable knives you could ever have. She goes, shit, I know that, nigga. She goes, that's a pussy ass knife you're going with? She goes, is your dick this small too? I was like, I'm literally getting this down the phone from my mom. Is my dick this small as this knife? I literally immediately, she goes, fuck, I thought you were a real man. I was like, bitch, I am a man. And she goes, see what she hear a girl go, automatically means that, nigga, you ain't shit. Like, that's a girl's way of saying, fuck you. See the minute you hear this here down the phone from a woman going, That's exactly what the fucking noise she made down the fucking phone. And then she hung up, and I immediately made it my mission to go out to buy myself 7 machetes to replace the K-bars. I come in, and she goes, oh, what's in that? And I said, 7 goddamn motherfucking machetes. But she goes, I was like, Ho! What the fuck says the knife do you want me to get? She goes, hurry up and plant the fucking things and get the fuck out. I'm watching TV. Okay. Do you know what amazes me? I have never been talking back to and been put in my place so quick in my life by my mother. Like, I have been out in the streets selling, you know, slinging gear like as if it's nothing. And the minute my mother phones me up and goes, you little ass nigger ass gangster, I was like, shit, what the fuck? I was like, I've never had this happen before. Like, I can guarantee you, right? If anybody was to turn around and say to my cousins, have you ever, what's the one thing you know about Tiernan? They would turn around and go, he always has a fresh pair of shoes, always a new pair of shoes on his fucking feet. And it's fucking true. I buy shoes, I buy coats, I buy fucking more clothes than I need. I literally have the problem, right? Yeah. I will admit, I ain't lying to you, right? I grew up, right? My mom, after my mom got... It is true. See, soldiers, everybody thinks becoming a part of this army, you're gonna make a good amount of money, you're gonna come out and have a nice home, have a nice car, have a Mustang or some shit. It's like, no, that is not true. They don't pay good. Like, though that it says on like the internet you get this here sort of amount of money, you don't. You fucking don't. And that's truthfully saying, soldiers do not get paid enough. But do you know why I do not serve anymore? I don't serve anymore because when I was going to Afghanistan, when I was going to Iraq, I was shooting some guy, fighting for these guys not to come into the country. They stop them from coming into the country to cause problems, like they kill people off my country. And the problem what happened was, his cousin was able to come into the country, was allowed to come into the country as a refugee and cause problems. So I was going over risking my life, risking my teammates' lives, risking my family to go and see me go and get killed, to go to my funeral, so his cousin could get into the country as a refugee. That's true, they're probably waiting, they'll probably show up. Well, the nigger wasn't good enough. Can you help me out with your nephew? She be there like... She's gonna be like, shit, he could get me at least $5 for his nephew. Dumbass gangster. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it is fucking true. I like, that's... Oh yeah. My grandfather probably did the exact same. My grandfather would go, what a fucking waste of time. All this training, all this stuff, just for the nigger to get shot in the fucking battlefield? What kind of pussy did you raise? That's what the fuck he would just turn around and say.
What miracle did you want me to perform? Better than new. For real?
Like, I will admit. Did you know what? It's like, but that is why I did stop, because it's like, I'm going over, risking my life with a bunch of other people, fighting some guy, well, this other guy who we're fighting, his family is able to get into our country as a refugee and blow it up or kill it. I'm not saying all people from different countries and all people who are different color races are terrorists. I am not saying that, but I'm saying that people we're fighting were able to get into our countries as refugees. What's the point in risking our lives? What's the point of us going over and risking our lives if you're going to just let them into the fucking country? It's like, is it worth the money? No. You're risking your lives. You're risking your lives every day and you're getting paid such a shit amount of money. Where you have American footballers, soccer players getting paid millions for just what? Running up and down a pitch. For just running up and down the fucking pitch, where people who are serving the country are getting paid shit money, coming out and having to pay that money for therapy because they have depression and have to sit in these shit ass, cheap ass groups that's never going to help them in a million years. It's like, no, it's not worth it. I will admit, I have did things as a dealer. I have did things. I don't sleep very well. I sleep for 2 hours, mainly because of the fucking things I did. I'm not exaggerating when I say it. If I sleep for longer than 2 hours, it's amazing. But I wake up in the middle of the night, remember the shit what I've did. Some nights, if I'm not even going out to sling gear or sell shit, I stay at the house and I'm up in the middle of the night, literally remembering the shit I did, getting the flashbacks of the shit I did, the shit I saw, the shit I can remember doing, the shit I have seen, and the stuff that I did again. And that's the next topic. I don't regret any of it. Motherfuckers go. Exactly. My father's a crazy motherfucker, but a tough motherfucker. My grandfather's a tough motherfucker, crazy motherfucker. My grandmother's a crazy motherfucker. She literally gets called Mother Russia. She literally gets, that is her fucking name. Mother Russia. That's what the fuck she gets. I can guarantee you, know that my grandmother is in her 70s. I can guarantee you one thing. That motherfucker has no emotion. She is like Russian blood. Like she lived, yes. She is Russia. Like see the minutes. See the day. I never forget the day my grandfather put on body armor on me, and then it goes, right, this is gonna hurt a little bit, and hear me, wait, what? Next minute he turns around, shoots me with a 50E Desert Eagle. Then I was winded, right? I ain't gonna lie, I was winded. I was like, I felt like I got up like a fucking zombie. Yes, I was like, because I was really young at the time. I go in. I was literally fucking winded, and I was really young, and I didn't know what the motherfucker was gonna shoot me with. I was sitting there, like, I went flat back. I must have flew back about 15 feet. I'm not even exaggerating. I flew back, landed on my back, and I sat up like the fucking Undertaker going, I thought I was fucking dead. I thought I was dead. And all I heard was my grandfather, you ready to go for round two? Hear me? No, motherfucker. I took off the body armor. I go into the kitchen off my grandfather's ranch, and I heard my grandmother going in a Russian accent, fucking pussy. I was like, bitch, do you want to go out and get shot? She goes, nigga, if I was to go out, I would do better. No. There was no, it was just a complete, the face didn't move, the face expression stayed the same. Looking at me, gives me like, just sort of tilts her head and tilts her eyes to eyeball me and go, you fucking pussy. I never felt so, so much like a bitch. Yes. And then she, and we sat at the kitchen table having our dinner, and she goes, call yourself a man? You're not a man. You're a fucking bitch. I was like, I just took a fucking bullet from a 58 Desert Eagle, bitch. Do you want to go out and fucking do the same? And she was sitting there like, I'm not exaggerating. My grandfather goes, give him a break. He's still. My grandfather just turned around and goes, give him a fucking break. He's still a kid. She goes, that's his problem. He's a boy. Out in the streets, you have to be more than a man and more than a boy. You have to become a beast, and you have to become more than that. You have to become a god. I was like, I was like, see the minute she turned around and goes, you don't, out in them streets, you can't be a boy and you can't be a man, but you have to become more than a man, you have to become a god. I was like, from that day, I was like, she has a fucking point, you know. She had a real fucking point, and I tell you what, it really, really dug deep, and I was like, still those days, that's why I say, I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe in the fucking devil. I am God. I do what the fuck I want, and when I want, and how I want. Like, if somebody asks me to do something, I may go, okay, no problem. But I'm not doing it because I'm not doing it because they asked. I'm doing it because I feel like it. And a lot of motherfuckers do hate me, but I don't give a fuck. You can hate me, or you can like me. I never give the fuck. I'd say, to be honest with you, I have no problem disclosing this. Like, to be honest with you, I don't have friends, right? I don't have friends. But I have... You should get the Mustang. But I... But I was like, when you're in the game, you have to have the two main things you have to have is no fear and a badass bitch, a badass girl, what is going to stand with you till the end. Oh yeah, you need a lady, you literally need lady. That's what the fuck you need. You need a girl who's going to be able to defend you no matter what. You need a girl that's going to be able to hold down the fort while you're away slinging and doing what the fuck you have to do. You need a girl that's not going to be bothered with what you do. And you need one that's not going to snitch for anything. Like, see even Matt. Like, my experience with cops now, see, like, I'm not saying that every cop knows me, right? Probably not every cop in Ireland knows me, but it'd be very unlikely that they don't. Oh yeah, probably most likely. And you know what? See now when they have to go into my mother's house to do a search warrant, they don't kick the door, they don't bang the door, they wrap the door nice as anything and go, sorry we have to do this, but we have to do our jobs to look around and see if they move anything. They put it back in the exact same place and they keep apologizing. That's how you know you have fucking power. Oh yeah, it's like the other day, my mother goes, I had to walk all the way up the street to go and get, you know, food and all that kind of shit. She goes, I was carrying it down, and these two wee boys, probably about 17 and 18, stopped her and says, Mom, let us take the bags and carry it down into your house. Two wee boys, literally out of nowhere, goes to my mom, we're going to carry them down for you. And my mom goes, why are you doing this for? And they go, we know your son. My mother literally texts me going, I hear that you're in the big leagues now. And here's me, Mom, I told you I was going into the fucking big leagues like 2 years ago. But I was sitting there like, but I was sitting there like, two random people carried that down out of respect and probably other reasons too, but I like to think they did it out of respect. Most likely. Yeah, one was about 16, the other one was about 17. No, not yet.
What brings you in today?
But you know what? It's like
100% guaranteed.
like I was sitting. But it's like such a big fucking. It's crazy too, because see when my mom's mom had to go in the hospital, you were only allowed like one person in to see them at regular hours, and you had to go home. I end up going into the hospital, and I goes, here, look, I need this person to be able to stay overnight with my grandmother, or else, you know, she's not going to settle down, all that kind of shit. And they were like, no. And the one person knows me and goes, TK, and you TK? And I was like, yeah. And the girl was like, the nurse was like, you know him? And he was like, know him? Who the fuck doesn't know him? The guy goes, what do you need? And here, mate, I need to be able to have my grandmother's next of kin be able to stay overnight with her. He goes, yeah, sure, no problem. She can stay overnight. Out of nowhere, he just goes, you're TK? Yeah, no problem. And she was able to stay overnight. I was sitting there like, shit. see the fucking, see the shit that has happened ever since I got into that shit. It's been pretty fucking good. Like, I can just picture when I have kids and my kids go to school and they're like learning about fucking drugs and all that kind of shit, and next minute someone turn around to my kid going, you know, never mind that nigga, he's not even here. No, but not like that they know about the drugs, but like when my own son goes to school and they're like friends turn around and goes, you know your dad's a G, right? And my son just turned around going, wait, what? And they just turn around going, your dad's a motherfucking G. It's gonna be like my son's gonna come home, what's a G? And I'm gonna be like a gangster. He's gonna be like, what do you mean like a gangster? Hear me, I was a gangster, but nah, I'm the fucking boss. But it is fucking, it's insane. Like when I first started, as I said, there was money everywhere. Like there was one time my mom doesn't eat cereal. There was one time my mom had to go and pour out a bowl of cereal and 2 stacks of cash fell out of the box. And my mother literally turned around and goes to me, TK, where the fuck did this come from here, mate? Do you know what, being honest with you? I have nowhere else to store it. She goes, store it somewhere in your room. You hear me? I have nowhere else to fucking store it in my room. Shit, I was even thinking about getting this stage that I was going to actually fucking have to start fucking breaking walls down and fucking putting them in the middle of the wall and then replaster the fucking wall. But the shit that happens is insane. Like, a lot of motherfuckers thought I fucked up. See the day I broke my neck and I ended up getting rushed into hospital and ended up having to get like having to pay for like private surgeons to do surgery on my neck. And the private surgeon goes, you do know that he can be paralyzed after this surgery? And my 2 parents both turn around and goes,
Here for the magic touch? That should do the trick.
I was literally paralyzed for a whole month. Yeah, and motherfuckers literally turn around and goes, everyone used to go to my family. Yeah, TK's out of the game. What's he gonna do? He's not scary. Nothing's gonna happen to me. No one's gonna fucking do shit because he's paralyzed in a wheelchair. See that month I got out of hospital? Well, that whole month, I was working my way and I literally dragged myself out of that fucking wheelchair and learned how to fucking walk again. And see the minute I got out of hospital, they were all like, yeah, he's probably in a fucking wheelchair or some shit. See the minute them motherfuckers saw me out in the streets again, them same motherfuckers turn around and goes, fuck this shit. I'm not selling dope on his turf, and to do you one better, I'm gonna join him because that motherfucker literally dragged himself from here. That's what it is. See, when you get paralyzed, when you're known to be able to fucking run about, fucking scale walls and fight and use every part of your body, and the minute you get all that taken away from you, it's like fucking hell. You have to actually say to people, can you lift me that glass of water with a straw in it so I can take a sip out of it? Can you hold my dick that I piss in this bottle? It's the most fucking embarrassing thing ever. But I tell you what, all them motherfuckers all thought I was in here, not going to be able to get out of it. I dragged myself from it because nothing is going to fucking stop me. And all these motherfuckers all think that bullets, knives, cars, weapons would stop me from fucking doing what I'm doing. It's like, no. You need a fucking tank. And even then, that shit won't work. I sent you my spunk. But that's why so many people literally see when people ask what's so good about TK, they're like, well, first off, his father is a fucking badass, and they literally go, see when they literally go, yeah, most likely, yeah. Oh well, anyway, when they go, what's so special about TK, they go, his father is a fucking tough motherfucker. His grandfather's a tough motherfucker. But see the minute people ask what's special about TK, they turn around and go, the motherfucker comes from a breed of tough motherfuckers. But TK was just literally paralyzed, was paralyzed and dragged himself from a hellhole to fucking getting back out there. There's literally like, when the guy did the surgery and goes, you do know he could be paralyzed. The minute he said that to my parents are like, shit, this could be the end of TK altogether. And the minute that I woke up and I says, I can't move anything, when the nurse came in, my mother and my father literally looked and goes, they gave me a look, looked at me like as if, yeah, he's done, he's finished. And I was sitting like, shit, what's this mean? And the nurse goes, we might be able to do some exercises here. Me, bitch, what the fuck does this mean? She goes, you could be paralyzed for life. I says, bitch, I literally turn around, shit you not, said to this nurse, bitch, you better fucking find a way what can help me get the fuck all my feeling back in me so I can fucking get the fuck out of this shithole. She goes, I might be able to get some, you know, physios to help you, you know, get some feeling back, but there's no guarantee. And we did like we did 3 weeks of, you know, like physio and all that kind of shit, and they were like, yeah, we're just, at this here stage, you're just wasting your money on us because you're not going to be able to get you're not going to be able to get that feeling back. And I was like, shit, I was literally staying up my whole night. Was literally staying up our whole night in a private hospital. And ended up going, but I ended up staying out whole I ended up staying up all night in our hospital. And I was like, I need to regain the power in my legs and my arms. I ended up regaining the power in my arms first. And then I end up dragging myself to fucking regain the power in my legs, which it did. And all the fucking people was sitting there like, shit, I can't believe that. Even the nurse said himself, he goes, it's like 10 out of, he goes like 10 out of like 90 people was able to do it. He goes, if I was to do fucking surgery on 80 people, he goes, probably only 10 of them be able to do what he did. To regain the power of being able to fucking move his body again. I was sitting like, bitch, yeah, we get it. Now get me the discharge form so I can get the fuck out of here.
Good to go.
My sister was sitting like, shit. Even after all that, you're still able to fucking move. I'm like, obviously, no matter what the fuck it is, I ain't going down. Like, I know people who know that I do the shit I do, and they let me like be careful. I'm like, and to myself, I'm like, no problem. Like I say to them, no problem. But then to myself, I'm like, I don't need to be careful because now no motherfucker's gonna be better than me, and no motherfucker's gonna be tougher than me. And if any motherfucker was tougher than me and better than me, I'm gonna find a way to get the fuck rid of him. And I'm gonna find a way to put him 6 feet under. It's like anybody who needs to be careful is the motherfuckers who's out there with me. They're the motherfuckers who need to be careful. Like when I ran out with Deluxe, yeah, she was good. Yeah, she was all that there, but she wasn't strong. Like, I need a girl that's going to be able to be strong, be able to look after everything when I'm not here, and be like, well, I'm his girl, so I'm the fucking boss, and what I say goes. Deluxe wasn't like that, so that's why I had to dump Deluxe. Plus, Deluxe already had kids. I don't want to be looking after somebody else's fucking kids. I don't want to be a dad to somebody else's fucking kids. I want to be a dad to my own kids. But yeah, it's just trying to find the right girl. But see the one here I can give you a face with? See, before, I know you haven't really started making like big money yet, but see, before you do, try to build connections, relationships with people. Like with me, I know nobody's gonna fuck with me because one phone call, I have the Russian mafia that are Albanians, and I have a bunch of other fucking people at my side when I need them. That's the one thing you need when you're making money, is connections. Especially even running a business. See, when you're running a business, you need connections like shit. Like I named the Nadia. See, even like the stupidest connections. See, with someone who's selling sunglasses. I know a couple of years they could be selling fucking. They could be selling Ferraris or fucking Gucci bags and fake designer shit. People like that there could give you an opportunity to build if you could build connections with them before they become big, and when they become big, you could use them as business partners and actually sell proper shit to make you more money. You don't have to wear the fake designer shit, but you can at least make money to be able to buy the real designer shit off the fake shit. Like, if I could take, I don't even know, I've literally lost count. The amount of shit and the amount of people who I built connections with is insane. Like, there's even people who I forget who I have connections with, and they go, yo TK, what's happening, how you doing? And I'm like, who the fuck are you? They're like, oh, I'm this here person. I'm like, shit, that's one powerful motherfucker. Like, I had a guy who drove past me in a Porsche 911 brand new. So he did, and he literally he beeped his horn, pulled over to the side of the road, and literally goes, TK, do you not remember me? And I'm like, no. He goes, I sell fake designer shit. You give me like $8,000 to get the fake designer shit in, so that way I can sell it. He goes, if you ever need any fake designer shit, let me know, and I get it in, and that way you can sell it too, to make money off it. And I was like, probably don't need to, but you never know. If I ever decide to open up a shop and sell clothes out of it, I hit you up. And like, see now, even in the barber shop, the barber shop I'm with, we're thinking about opening up a clothes shop. Well, not open up like a big clothes shop, but like sell fake designer shit to make even more money. But the one advice I would give everybody, build connections. The more connections, you don't have to be like best fucking friends. You just have to build that better connection. Where it's like, if you hit them up, they know who you are. Cause see, friendship, it is way too overrated. You don't need fucking friends. Like, as much as, like, see if I had loads of friends now, it'd be helpful. But I know I don't fucking need them. It's like, you don't need to go out and make fucking friendship. You don't fucking need friends to start a business. Yeah, friends can help you get your business on a top level. But the thing is, with friendship, it's way too overrated. Like, if you get an argument with a friend, your friend, but you've been friends with for years, you have one simple argument over one friend he only known for like 1 month. He would take that other friend's side, and then you all have an argument, don't speak. Then that way you lose, what? Fucking revenue, and if you rely on them, and you losing out like a customer and all. I don't bother with that shit. I don't bother trying to build friendship. There's no point building friendship because it's too overrated. It's like build a relationship with a girl. Are you going to be a simp and be like, oh, I do everything for you? Or you're gonna be like, that's okay, good for you. If she goes, I'm going out, just go, okay. You're not gonna go, I drive you like a big fucking simp. Everybody thinks, like, there's loads of people who I know who turn around and go, oh, I don't have any friends, I'm bored, I'm depressed, I'm sitting in my house and I'm gonna cry myself to sleep because I have no fucking friends. Like, you don't need friends. There's 3 people who I trust. Like, I have family members, right? And it's like, I can call them my brother, I can call them my brothers, I can call them my sisters, and then, like, my cousins are like brothers to me, so I would call them my brothers. But it's like, I would trust them with certain things, but I won't trust them with everything. Like, there's like, the 2 guys who are in the barbershop, they know what I do. And they're literally like, between them, know what I do. And anybody else who knew me, I wouldn't tell them is what I did. They sort of guessed it, and I was like, okay, yeah. I'm not going to deny it. Yeah, that's what I do for a living. And they're like, okay, we're not going to judge you on it. That's no problem. That's because I trust them with that sort of stuff. I trust them. I put my faith in them. But I wouldn't trust some of my family members for that. Some motherfuckers just trust their families too much. Sometimes your families could be the fucking, yeah. Like, I used to rely on, like, I know my mother, she used to rely on our family. Then I was like, why the fuck would you do that? Fuck that. Don't have to rely on anybody. She don't rely on anybody now. Because being honest with you, no matter how close you are with your family, if you were to turn around and say to him, give me 100 quid, or give me $100, or whatever the fuck it is in Canada, it'd be like, right, no, because you're not going to pay it back till a certain time. But some people here you could trust, and you turn around and go, can I borrow $100 off you? And you turn around and go, yeah, no problem. But sometimes the ones the closest to you are your enemy.
Here for the magic touch?
Like, I know people who know me, right? I'd see if I wasn't to show up on time or show up the day I say I was going to show up, they automatically start worrying and start texting me, like, hitting me up, like, are you okay or something like that there. It's like, yeah, why? And they're like, oh, you were supposed to, I thought you were coming in or some shit like that there. I thought you were coming here today. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about it. Or I was like, oh yeah, I got busy or was doing something. And they're like, oh shit, I'm just checking to make sure everything's okay because we were genuinely worried about you. It's like, okay, but I know some of my family members what would never text me. asking, oh, am I okay? But they were texting me going, can I have $100? It's like, right, so if I was lying dead in the ditch, you don't give a fuck. But the minute you need money, you give a fuck. That's how you know. That's how I know. Like, I even had people who this is why I cut all ties with my friends. One person turned around and says that he was going to try and ruin my life, right? I says, right, go fuck yourself, have a nice day, fuck you. He was one of my friends. And one of the people he played with hung out with a couple of my friends. And one of the friends who I knew ever since I was growing up believed everything what Deasons was saying. Apparently what I said about him. And he believed it. And I literally turned around and goes, bro, we literally grew up together. Why the fuck would I say that to you? I've literally treated like I literally treat like him like family. Right? I brought him into my house. And if I was getting my dinner, I would have offered him, bro, do you want some dinner? I literally treat him like one of my family members. Actually, being honest with you, I actually treated some of them better than my family members. And he decided to believe what Deasons was saying. Apparently what I said, it was like he said, she said, more or less, and he believed the other side. And I was like, bro, I literally treated you better than some of my family members. Hear me? And anytime we got into a fight, I never turned around and says to you, I'm gonna kick your fucking, I'm gonna stab you, I'm gonna leave you. I could have easily. I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything else, but I ain't gonna deny. Some motherfuckers will speak up to me and say shit about me. I may turn around and go, right, okay, fuck off. Have an argument back with him. But I ain't gonna deny, when I see him again, or if I will personally make it my time to go out of my way to see them at night, to kick the fuck out of them, or possibly kill them. I ain't gonna deny it. I would possibly fucking kill him for speaking up to me and speaking to me the way they were. The way this person spoke to me, I let it slide because I knew him, and I knew him for a very long time, and I was like, okay. I let it slide. So, I let it slide. So I do. And I go with him, look, listen, I didn't say that shit about you or about your family. But if you won't believe him, that's okay. But I am not, there's no point of us being friends if you're going to believe demons. So I just cut off all ties with my friends. And one of my other friends, this guy literally turned and goes, you do realise TK never liked you ever in his life? And he believed him. I think he believed him too. And I was like, I think it's just, do you know what it is? I'm not going to bother with this bullshit. So I just cut all ties with all my friendships. I was like, I'm not going to bother with it, but I'm cutting all ties. And everybody who saw me and knows who I am turned around and goes, why did you unfriend me or something on Instagram? Why do you not talk to me as much anymore? And I was like, nigga, I cut off friendships. Hear me? I'm not just talking to you. I just cut all of my friendships off completely. He goes, why? That's just being lonely. Hear me, nigga? I don't give a fuck about being lonely. I prefer to be alone than to be in company. And let me tell you what this one person says. This is one of the same person who caused me to cut all ties with my friendships. To say it, to message me and go, we should hang out someday. And I said, look, you can go and fuck yourself. I don't need to hang out with anybody. You go, do you know what he tried to say? He tried to say, it isn't good for your mental health. You could get depressed by constantly being on your own and not being able to talk to someone. I turn around and says, bitch, I don't need to fucking talk to anybody because first off, I don't get depressed. Do you want me to tell you why I don't get depressed? Because I don't believe in depression. Do you know? Do you know why people get so pissed off when I say I don't believe in depression and I would not get depressed? Because they're like, everyone this day and age are big drama queens. They're like, oh, you cannot get depressed. Everybody gets depressed. No, you fucking don't. You get depressed if you believe it exists. If you lie in your bed every day and go, oh, I'm believing that I'm not happy today. I'm believing that I'm not going to be able to do this today. I'm not going to be able to get out of bed and do this today. You're believing in depression. I don't believe in that shit. I believe in that when I wake up, okay, I don't go, I'm not going to be able to do this. I wake up and I go, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. And if I don't do it all in that day, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. But I don't sit in bed going, okay, I don't have anybody to talk to, so I'm going to be depressed. I don't believe in depression. It's like if you hear a noise in your house, right? The only way a ghost can exist is if you believe in ghosts. If you hear a noise in your house and you go, oh, I think that's a ghost downstairs, you're exactly. If you don't believe in ghosts, they don't fucking exist. That's like if I walk up to you and just say like you were really big and believe in ghosts, you're like, my house is haunted, and I walk into your house, I spend overnight in your house, and I hear a noise, and you go, oh, did you hear that? That's a ghost. I'd be like, it's the fucking wind. Do you have a... Exactly. Like if you hear a door slammed, most likely it's the fucking window what's open in your house what closed the door. Like I love how motherfuckers be acting. They be acting depression's bad, depression's this, posting shit in their Instagram stories about depression, posting shit about on their Facebook pages about depression, on Snapchat about depression. It's like, bitches, do if you keep going on about depression, it's making people feel like they have depression. You start depressing people, putting up all these big speeches. Oh, anybody who needs someone to talk to about anything about their mental health problems, you could talk to me. Nigga, you ain't gonna answer everybody who sends you messages. Half of the motherfuckers was sent me messages about business opportunities. I look at them and I go, huh, fuck off, bitch. I ain't not replying to that shit. Wasting my fucking time. There we go, that's me back. But I was literally like, it pisses so much people off when I say I don't believe in depression. It's like, to me, by believing in something what you can't see. Like, a lot of people believing in like, I'm not putting... Like, it's like... I know so much teenagers, right? From... I literally... When I was, like, growing up from a young age, all the way up, I know a lot of people. And I kept seeing them post, oh, I'm depressed, anybody who needs to talk, just talk to me. I was like, nigga, you're depressed about what? And she goes... This one girl goes, I'm depressed because I lost my uncle and then lost my granddad like 2 years after. Hear me? Shit happens, they're not gonna live. Hear me? They're not gonna fucking live forever, bitch. Hear me? Do you want me to tell you one thing about me? And she goes, what? Hear me? First off, we were poor for a long time. I had to figure out a way to get stuff from my mother and the people who she was rearing to look after them, and my stepdad to help them get their kids to a proper school, get proper food, proper clothes, and have a proper house. Hear me? They should be depressed. And she goes, oh, so you're only saying this because you're a rich kid. Hear me? No. Yes, I did have money. I wasn't necessarily poor. But I didn't have loads of money where I would have been able to go out and spend like millions of dollars on a fucking brand new car. That's one of the main reasons I got into it. I got into the game because because I wanted fancier shit. And fancier shit costs more money. And I decided to get into the game because I wanted the high designer shit like Gucci, Louis Vuitton. I wanted all that shit. And she literally goes to me, it's easy for you to say you can never get depressed. Hear me? First off, do you even know what I did to even get half of the shit I own? Do you know the amount of people I've had to beat up for absolutely nothing just to get money? The amount of people who I've might have had a foment to their deaths and might have not. Like, she was going on about two people who were in their 80s and one of them were in their 90s. Obviously, they're going to fucking die. They're not going to live forever. Get over it. Move on. But see if you don't believe in depression, you can't get depressed. It's like if you don't believe in ghosts, you can't be haunted because you don't believe in fucking ghosts. And I simply don't believe in depression. I understand people kill themselves and all that kind of shit. But they do not need to kill themselves. There is other ways to do shit. But they decide to go, oh shit, this is the one option, I'm going with it. Anybody who kills himself is an automatic pussy anyway. And I don't give a fuck how many people come at me and go, no, that's not the case. No, they're a complete bitch. There is other options of, if you need help financially, there is surely people to turn around and talk to you and you can get help financially. There is the companies out there will help people financially. If you're homeless, there is literally hostels you could go to stay in. You don't go, okay, I'm going to kill myself because I have no house anymore. It's like, bitch, make it your business to go down and get a fucking hostel. If you don't try to get something, and you go, if you try once, and you go, oh, well, he said no, then if you don't come back, they go, well, clearly he doesn't need a hostel that much. Clearly he doesn't need a place to stay that much. If he just got to no and he hasn't came back, so clearly he doesn't need that bad. Just keep trying. It's what pisses me off about so much shit. Everyone talking about mental health, everyone talking about depressions. Like, there is no such thing as depression. It is yourself, your self-conscious telling you, oh, you can't do this, but you need to be better and say, I can't do it. Don't believe in this shit. Like, I don't believe in depression for fucking simple reasons, because it's not, if I believe in depression, it's going to hold me back. If I don't believe in it, there's nothing going to be holding me back. It's like, if somebody believes in Jesus, like, I had a guy who, you know, was on the street with me, and he goes, I can't kill this guy because it wouldn't be godly, it wouldn't be a holy thing to do. I says, nigga, you're out in the street. If this guy had a gun, he's going to pull the trigger on you because he doesn't give a fuck about Jesus. And you're caring about Jesus. Jesus isn't going to stop the fucking bullet from hitting you. He goes, yeah, but it's not a holy thing to do. Hear me, nigga? I did. I ain't going to deny. I may have pulled the trigger. But this guy almost died in something that didn't exist. Unbelieving faith. It's like, you're fucking stupid. I simply don't believe in fucking depression. I can't see it. I can't hear it. See all these twats will turn around and go, I hear voices in my head. You don't fucking hear shit in your head. If you hear fucking voices in your head, you may as well go and join Randy Orton on fucking WWE. You do not hear shit in your head. No one, you don't hear fucking Daz, Mickey, and Devil jumping up in your head, kill the nigger, no, shoot the nigger, stab the nigger. No, let the nigger go. You don't fucking hear that shit. You don't fucking hear shit. Like, what? See, I used to go out with this girl, and she used to go. 1 minute she heard a noise downstairs. She goes, shit, TK, literally slapping me on the back while I'm asleep. And I woke up and I hear me, whore. Just better be a good fucking reason you're waking me up, because if it's not a good fucking reason you're waking me up, I am going to suffocate you with your fucking pillow. She goes, I think this house is haunted. Hear me, bitch, go the fuck back to sleep before I knock you the fuck out. She goes, can you go downstairs and check, make sure there's no ghost? Hear me, let me tell you something, whore. If there's a fucking ghost downstairs, do you think I'm gonna be able to fucking see a dead person in the fucking kitchen making himself a fucking fry up? And she goes, good point. So I gotta go back to sleep again. She slaps me in the back of the head, goes, but what if he comes up here and hunts us? Hear me, ho, or is no such thing ghosts. I literally end up grabbing her shit. I grabbed her top, grabbed her trousers, grabbed whatever underwear she was wearing, threw it outside and grabbed her and pushed her outside the front door and locked it. And she goes, "Why are you doing this, hear me? Because you believe in ghosts like a 7-year-old. Get the fuck out of my house. Hear me? You are not a child. Fuck off out of it. There is no such thing as ghosts. There is no such thing of fucking people coming up from the fucking under depths to get you from fucking the earth. There's no fucking such thing of that shit." There is literally no such fucking thing. See, if you can't see it, don't believe in it. That's the easiest way to put it. Like, I can sit here and believe. I'm gonna believe on Superman. See, if I was to walk out in the street and go, I have all faith in Superman can save me. Somebody would turn around and go, "Nigga, are you stupid?" But if I was to turn around and say to him, "But do you believe Jesus Christ is going to save you?" So if you believe in someone who you've never saw before to save you, and I believe in someone who I've never saw before, what makes us any different? And I guarantee you, they can never have a proper answer. They would just turn around and go, "Because of the Bible." Nigga, shove your Bible up your hole. Do you think Jesus Christ was getting himself hung up on a cross and goes, "Mate, you better be writing this down on pages for the people in the future to be able to see what happened to me and have all these pictures illustrated and have everything wrote down word for word of what I did"? Nigga, who the fuck has that kind of time in their hand? The Bible is like, what? How much pages does the Bible have? Over 1,000 pages? Who the fuck in the right mind is writing over 1,000 pages? There's not even authors what would write. There's authors what would write up to 300 pages and go, "That's it. Call it a day. See you there." No nigga is writing fucking 1,000 words on a fucking book for some twat to read up in church and go, "Ah, man." Like, I never forget meeting these gay couple, like, a long time ago, and they go, "We can't get married in a church because we're gay." And I was like, why do you see the need to have to get married in church? Yeah, man, I'm not trying to say anything biased or sexist or, anything like that there, but I'm just asking, why would you just want to get married in church? And they're like, "Because it's closer to God, hear me." But why should you be worried about how God loves you if you're marrying your partner? Shouldn't you be worried how he loves you instead of how God loves you? And the guy was like, he was like, "We can't get married in the church, but I'm very holy." I was like, "But why are you being holy to someone who clearly doesn't like the fact that two men shouldn't be together, but yet you're going to go and pray to this guy?" Hear me, you may as well pray to the fucking devil. And he goes, "Why should I do that?" Hear me, you may as well worship the devil, because the devil never said to anybody, "Okay, right, I want houses built belonging to me, but no gay couples can get married in it." The devil never said that, so you may as well worship him. Where God, you're not allowed to go and get married in a church because God said. Exactly. Exactly. It's like, why, if God was so perfect and God liked everybody, how come he can't let two gay couples get married in church? So clearly that there's something up there. And personally, that if I was to get married, I would never be in a church. Simply because of the fact I don't believe in it. And it's a load of shit. It's like, everybody used to say you have to have a priest to marry you. You don't even need a priest anymore to get you married. Yeah, you don't need a priest anymore. if God was so popular, why would you need a priest? How come you don't need a priest anymore? Because they're fucking useless. There is no such thing of God. It's something what people like to turn to have a bit of faith in because they feel like it's going to make them better. And it feels like it's going to help their family members. There's no fucking such thing in that. It's bullshit. If someone could bring me actual proof of Jesus' proof, like, and say if somebody was able to bring me Jesus' bone and a bit of the cross he was on, with the nail going through his hand, and actual proof of DNA that it was him on that cross, I'd be like, oh, you can still get DNA of their bodies from years ago. That's how you discovered all the different. Yeah, but you don't need it on record. But what I'm saying is, if you could bring actual proof to someone and show them that, okay, I would believe in it. But there's no point because it'd be a waste of money. You'd be going to some shit what nothing. Like, okay, right? If people, this is where people are so fucking dumb, right? Years ago, when they found dinosaur bones, right? It could have been just a bone, but they were able to tell what dinosaur it was. They never heard of dinosaurs, but yet when they found a bone, they started creating dinosaurs, and then found out how do you tell what kind of dinosaur it is, what DNA the dinosaur would have had. If you're able to tell all that from like exactly, but you don't know what time. If it's your first time ever finding someone, just say, and like it's your first time ever fucking finding something, right? Scientists only found dinosaur bones for the first time ever. They didn't know what kind of dinosaurs it was till they started doing research and figuring out what kind of fucking bones it could be. Then they started naming them. If they're able to do that from like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, how come they can't do that about Jesus Christ? Exactly, but they were. Yeah, scientists made names for them. But how come they could never do that with Jesus Christ? If he was so fucking real, how come nobody's ever found his bones? How come no one's ever fucking found something belonging to him? All that's holy water shit. Nope. Do you want me to tell you how I know so? Because throughout my whole family, right, we used to wear certain clothes with certain things on them. And all my ancestors passed it down for generations, and this is made out of the shittest wool you could ever see, the cheapest wool you could ever think of, shit material, and still to this day, still, it's over, like ever I got it, like, tested, I've got to test to see how old it is, and apparently it's meant to be over 200 years old. And it's still going till this day. But like I said, there's no point believing in some shit what you can't see. Like, if I said, yeah, I hear voices in my head, you turn around and go, yeah, right. No motherfucker in this world hears voices in the fucking head. It is such a shit excuse, but yet everybody believes it because they all believe in mental health. Mental health is something what people can't control, but for some random reason decide not to. Decide to go, oh, I'm going to milk it. Like, when the Fakins roamed the earth, do you think the Fakins turned around and said to themselves, oh, I've got bad mental health, I've got depressions, I can't fight? Fakins didn't say that shit. Warriors didn't say that shit. Because it is a load of shit. But it is simply... I don't believe in it because there's nothing to believe in. Same way I don't believe in ghosts. Like, I never forget some fucking guy turn around and goes to me, I hope your demons hunt you. I was like, nigga, if I believe in that shit, they probably would, but tell you what, I would make peace with my demons quicker than you would. It's fucking... See the amount of people and the amount of shit you hear. It's like, fucking hell, just give it over. You're not gonna get attention. That's all people do now, is say they have depression for attention. That's all it fucking is. Like, I know people personally which would take tablets, go to hospital, or like cut their wrists and then want to be found and then go to hospital. It's like, if you're gonna really fucking kill yourself, fucking do it. Don't pretend to fucking do it. Don't keep going to hospital. The gig's up. It's not a fucking movie. We don't want to hear you cry every time. We get it, you're a twat. We get it, you want attention. But it is legit. It's just fucking bullshit. There's no point believing in it. And do you know who the biggest believer in depression was? Deluxe. She used to always go, just say it was Legend. Legend never complains about his personal life, but just say it was him. She would turn around and go, he must be feeling depressed. I'm going to talk to him. I was like, bitch, don't you look at fucking sympathy and fucking... to look at sympathy and fucking an audience. Like, in the Vanilla Unicorn group chat, a bunch of people go on text, DM people and go, I'm not feeling happy today. It's like, nigga, fucking... shut the fuck up and get on with your life. Do you think I'm happy about most of the shit I did? I put most fucking people in the graveyard 6 feet under. When I tend to someone's funeral, I go to a fucking funeral dressed in black with sunglasses, get out of the funeral car and I go, shit, this is the 7th one I put 6 feet under in this graveyard. Some graveyards I go, shit, I put most of these motherfuckers in these motherfucking graves. I would be like, oh, I'm not happy, I killed all these people. Fuck that shit. It's more time. It takes more time to complain about something than not to complain. And I just have to complain about this because that shit pisses me off. And people fall for it all the time. Like, a lot of people go to me, the only reason you don't get depressed and the reason you don't believe in it because you never had it. And hear me, I never had it because I don't believe in it and don't believe in fucking wasting time fucking thinking about something that's never going to happen. And they're like, what do you mean? Hear me? Well, when you're depressed, you lie in bed longer, you fucking walk around sulking, being pissed off, and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna bother doing that. Hear me? It takes me more time, and it wastes my time not to do something than do it. Like, everybody just presumes because you have money, you're like, oh, you can't get depressed. The only reason I can't get depressed is because I don't fucking believe in it. First off, I have plenty of reasons to get depressed. If I was to say I'm depressed, I have like 100 fucking thousand reasons why I could be depressed. First off, beating people up every day. Seeing people who I know get killed, and knowing how they got killed. And personally doing it myself. Any person who's depressed gets depressed over the dumbest things. Oh, I can't pay my bill this week. It's like, so what, you're depressed because you can't pay a fucking bill? I just took some guy's life. And he had like 6 kids. I just took it. Like, I literally... Like, see when people see me, when people see me, people go, how did you get to that, like, how have you got to your stage? You're like a fucking badass, you're like a, somebody literally stop me and goes, you're a complete fucking badass out the street, your name means something, how did you do it? And I'm like, easy, get up a fucking ass and do it. It's hard. You don't become successful by sitting around. There is like 102. They're all complete different ways of people making money. Yes, I do illegal stuff to make money. But you tell me anybody wasn't doing anything illegal to make money? I know people that selling fake designer clothes. That's against the law, first off, for fucking having fake designer clothes. Having replica clothes of a clothing brand is against the law because technically that's like copyright. And I also know people what is selling like, you know them electronic cigarettes, e-cigs or vapes. I know people what selling them. It's like, that's against the law unless you have a license and the proper insurance to sell them. I know people in shops what will sell kids cigarettes. And I'm not even denying it too. The time I was up in Canada, I also saw it happening up in Canada. Fake designer clothes, people selling vapes, people letting like teenagers who are underage smoke cigarettes. It's like, okay, so everybody wants to complain about a drug dealer doing illegal stuff to make money, but yet they're also doing illegal stuff to make money. And I can almost guarantee you too, every big shopkeeper and any fucking manager that has loads of money, he hates his money. Just in case his wife divorces him, which having offshore bank accounts is actually against the law because they can't be taxed. Not one motherfucker in this world is a law-abiding citizen. And if there is, I would like them to bring him to me and explain to me all the stuff he's done for his lifetime. Because I guarantee you that motherfuckers did one thing that broke the law. And there is so much people ask me, right? Can I join you? Can I join your mafia? Can I do this? Can I join your mafia? I just want to join your mafia no matter what. And I was like, do you know how to make money? And he goes, can you give me a face how to make money? I was like, right, okay. I give so much people a face how to make money, and not one of them have decided to get off their lazy asses to fucking make money. I have told people, right, instead of keeping their money in a bank, keep it in cryptocurrency. It's not too hard. Do your research on the cryptocurrency, what you're looking to invest in. Do your research in it, and then invest your money in it. Yes, it's risky, but it's better than keeping your money in a fucking bank. When you have your money in the bank, it could be taxed. It will stay at the same amount. At least when you have it in cryptocurrency, it goes up in value. Plus, it can't be taxed as much. The tax office knows that you have it in cryptocurrency, but they don't know how much exactly you have in it. So if you have 2 million in your cryptocurrency, you can take out 1 million. They see you take out 1 million and they think, alright, he's got 1 million, that's it. But they don't see the extra million you have in the cryptocurrency. It is not too hard to do. Do your fucking research on it and invest in it. Shit, I have my hands in almost everything. My money is invested in almost anything. I have it invested in the stock markets. I have it invested in cryptocurrency. I have my money invested in other businesses. There's a guy in Turkey. It goes, I'm selling fake designer stuff. He was only selling it out of the back of a white van. Very pedo looking. expecting him to come up to me and go, do you want some free candy? And try and kidnap me. But instead he tried to sell me a Gucci bag, and I says, look bro, what is your plans and what's your goals? He goes, my goal is to have my own shop here in Turkey, so I can have fake designer clothes like Canada Goose, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Gucci shoes, have them all lined up in one big shop and sell them out of that. And I said, okay, how much would you need? He goes, this motherfucker literally turn around and goes, all I would need would be 15,000, but that's what I'm grinding to get up there. I give this motherfucker 15,000 for 5% of each of his profit. He has now opened up 17 different shops in Turkey, selling fake designer clothes. I also have money, some people do not believe this, but I also have money invested in the casino over in Blackpool, which is in England. I invested that money in a young age. I met up with one of the business owners who owned the casino, and I was like, he was going broke, and I was like, okay, I give you 50,000 to stop you from going broke, but I want 10% of your profits. And after you pay me back the 50,000 I owed that you give me, what I give you, sorry, after you get me that back, I might think about going into partnership with you. He then asked me, could I give him a land of 70,000, so that way he could do customizations to the casino and make it more modern looking and bring it up to, you know, a modern age and take it out of the old fashioned way. I said, yeah, sure. But then I asked for 25%. It is so easy to make money. If you have £80 or $80, buy things what people need. It's coming up to summer. People's going to be looking to buy shorts, sunglasses, jewelry. Buy a ton of fake sunglasses and go out and sell them. There's always going to be someone who's not going to be looking to spend like near £400 on a pair of sunglasses when you could buy like £20 fake sunglasses. No one's going to know the difference. I could guarantee it, not one person would notice, unless they were an expert in clothes designers. I never forget this guy, right? His job is literally to know the difference from having fake designer and real designer. His job is to do that. I brought him into this shop in Turkey, the guy who I invested my money in. And he didn't know anything, right? I brought this coat out and I brought him round the back so he didn't know if he was in the shop. There was this table out the back. I sat him down, brought him out the real coat. It was like a real Gucci bag and a fake Gucci bag. I brought it out. His job is literally supposed to spot the fakes from the real. And he literally turned around and says the fake one. He lifted up the fake one, goes, this here's the real one. And I says, no, that's a fake one. He goes, shit, I thought the real one was the fake one. He gets paid 50,000 a month for a company just to spot the reals from the fake, and he literally thought the fake was the real one. Fakes are so good now, you can barely even tell. And there's like, you don't even have to get into fake designer clothes. You can even get into drop shipping. Go on AliExpress, buy something what people need. Just say, for instance, it's floaties, floaty wristbands, right? To help their kids swim. You could buy them on AliExpress for like 90p, and it could be like put like a strap and it turns into a floaty. You could buy them off AliExpress for like 90p. Buy like fucking, I don't know, like 40 of them, and go on to drop shipping, and just sell them on that. You don't have to get them sent to your house. Just sell them from AliExpress straight to drop shipping. It's easy done. And then you've got, all you have to do is just set the price. Just say you buy for like 90p, set the price for like £20. People's going to be needing it to teach their kids how to swim, especially because of the lockdown. Loads of people had kids. You can even have like a vending machine business. Buy a second-hand vending machine, put it out in the street, put it next to a hospital. You will see tons of people. Put your number on the side of the vending machine, buy a bunch of shit, cheap candy, cheap fucking crisps, or chips, as you call it. Put it in the fucking vending machine. Have the vending machine put in like a corridor of a fucking workplace. And go back like a couple of months later, or a month later, or a couple of weeks later, and guaranteed you probably have over £100 profit. There is so much shit you could do. Even shoe cleaning. I know it sounds stupid, but there's so many sneakerheads now. Guaranteed you'll be able to turn around and go to someone, give me your sneakers, or even start up like an Instagram page and go, oh, I clean people's sneakers for like £25. 2 pairs of sneakers I clean for £25. All you have to do is just fucking, all you have to do is go out, buy a packet of wipes, clean them down. Good as new. Cause the one thing I hate doing is cleaning my shoes. I hate cleaning my sneakers. It's the one thing I hate doing. I literally pay someone £400 a month to clean my sneakers. And he was able to recently go out and buy himself a new BMW M4 competition. It's like, even the simplest things can make you the most money. Think of things what people hate doing. People hate fucking cutting their grass. Cut the grass. Or doing their lawn. People hate doing that shit, so just do it for them. People hate washing their cars. Clean their car for them.
Better than when she came in, that's for sure.
Start off from like cleaning their car for like $40 or $45 to like $50 or some shit. And then upgrade your tools, and then you could charge them like $100 for like a whole service, a car service. Like I know with my car, I pay like near I think it's £120 for my whole car. The interior, the outside of it, all be cleaned. And that's only for like my cheapest car. Like the most expensive car, I pay dear for to get cleaned. Like I make sure the inside of my rims and all get cleaned. And I told all these people how to make money. And loads of people who I've told how to do it, I see them. And they look at me and they go, oh, you're able to buy that only because you're doing drugs. And I was like, look, I literally told you how to make money. Legit money. And you didn't bother how to do it. You know how to do it. I told you how to do it. I gave you a face how to do it. But you just don't want to get off your lazy ass to do it. like the guys who in the barbershop, one of the guys, I was even talking to him today. I was like, bro, you can make so much. You can literally make so much money off selling fake designer clothes. All you need to do is just do it and not be afraid to do it and all that kind of shit. But you just need to keep, you know, promoting it, pushing it, and letting people see it and all that kind of shit. And he was don't know what his actual words were like to me. He was like, I want to actually get involved in that business. He goes, I'm going to ask the other guy I'm trying to get him on board too. Hear me, trust me, if all three of us get on board in this shit, you've making even more money. Everybody wants clothes at a cheap price, but want decent clothes and want clothes with are high names. Because everybody sees celebrities now and they're like, oh what, he's wearing a Rolex, I want a Rolex. People when you want a Rolex because they see somebody else wear it, they don't know the history of a Rolex. Like the Rolex I brought not too long ago, the Suburban, the real reason it's called Suburban because it's only fucking Rolex. It's only watch what works so far down underneath the sea. Plus it's waterproof. It's only Rolex. It's a designer watch, yes, but it's the only watch what is able to work so far down in a submarine. That's where it gets Suburban from. The sub bits for submarine. It's like everybody wants to buy a Lamborghini, but when you ask them why did you buy a Lamborghini, they're like, I don't know, I've always liked it. Plus also, they've never admitted the fact that they saw somebody else drive one and go, oh, I liked his car, and because he had it, I wanted one. It's okay to want what somebody else has. Just work for it. But I've literally saw so much fucking lazy ass motherfuckers. Like the guy who I was speaking to today in the barbershop, like he was like, that's the mindset I want. He was like, that's the mindset I have to make money, and I want to jump on board. And that was his exact words, and he wants to get the other guy on board with it too. And I was like, that's what I like to hear. Someone who goes, yeah, I want to get on board and that. And I also want the other guy to get on board too. He didn't want to make money without having his friend make money. That's the kind of shit I like to hear. But it's the way he said it. He wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that, and then didn't do it. He meant what he said. He showed, no, like, he literally showed interest that he wanted to do it. Which is the kind of shit I look for employees and partners. People who have a good mindset of making money and want to make more money because they have a decent mindset and they have a good mindset on them and they have good ideas and are always like, oh, I can make this happen. I'm going to jump on board at every opportunity to get. Like, I never forget asking a guy one time, hear me, you wanna join me? Rape me 100 DMs every day, telling me one of your strengths, one of your weaknesses, and one of your qualities. Just type them in, sent me 100 DMs every day saying that. One of your weaknesses, one of your strengths, and one of your qualities, but you have to pick it out. It can't be the same ones every day. You have to pick out different ones. The guy got the seven DMs, and he stopped. I wasn't asking him to go out and do what I do, kill someone. Wasn't asking him to go out to sell drugs. Wasn't asking him to put his life at risk. Wasn't asking him to go out to beat up someone. Wasn't asking him to threaten someone. Asking him to do one simple task. Sit in your house. Do not have to sit in your house. Sit anywhere. Type out one quality, one strength, one weakness, and send one DM every day. I want 100 DMs. So you can send one every day. And the guy goes, yeah, no problem. He got the 7 DMs and then stopped. People surprise you. They really do. Like, the easiest thing to do in your lifetime, what is it? Go on Instagram. And all you have to do is, okay, one of my qualities is I'm good at talking to new people. My strength is you didn't have to read a paragraph. All you had to do was say,
From a toad to a prince.
ow. I just nipped my balls. But all this guy had to do was just, he didn't have to read a paragraph. All you had to do was just say, my quality is, I'm good at talking to new people. My strength is that I'm confident. My weakness is, I'm not good at counting. All he had to do is be truthful and think of things for 100 different DMs. And he couldn't do that simple task. But yet, his 8th DM says, can I work for you now? And I was like, I asked you to rate me 100 DMs, send me one every day, one quality, one strength, one weakness, and you got the 7th DM, and you stopped for a whole week, and then you text me saying, can you work for me? Hear me? You just showed that you're lazy, and you're unreliable, and you're useless. In order to make money, you have to have determined. You have to be determined, good mindset, and you have to be passionate about it. That's what that task is. I'm not asking that task. I don't really give a fuck about your qualities or your strengths or your weaknesses. I just want to see if the guy was determined, and if he had passion to make money. And he's shown that after the 7th one, he didn't have the mindset, or the passion, or the determination to be my business. like I had someone ask me. Like I had someone, I legit had someone ask me, how much money am I worth? I was like, how much do you think I'm worth? And he goes, I don't know, probably, I don't know how much. He would me, well, I have my hands in almost every single business. I own shares in almost everything. I have cryptocurrency. I have everything else. He goes, I don't know, he just turned around and goes, 2 million. I laughed, he had me, it's a lot more higher than that. If I was to be truthful, if I was to sell all of the stuff I have, my cryptocurrency, sell my stock markets, and including all the business money I have from all my businesses, and if I was to sell my shares in all those businesses, I could be easily past a billionaire. Now, I can't necessarily count up all the money I have, because they're all separated all together, but I say I'd be worth £1 billion. £1 billion. Easily. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plus, when you take into account, yes, I could set myself up, and yes, I could put all my money into my account and go, okay, I'm a billionaire, and go publicly with me being a billionaire and going, oh, I'm up there with Elon Musk, I'm a billionaire like Elon Musk and fucking like Bill Gates. Why would I want to do that? Just to say I'm a billionaire? I know what I'm worth. But when I ask other people, how much are you worth? And they turn around and go, oh, I get paid like 100,000 a year. I'm like, so you're, I'm like, the funniest thing, I literally turned around and said to someone, how much are you worth? And he turned around and goes, in my savings, I have 200,000. Hear me, that's all you're worth, 200,000. And the guy literally goes, but I drive a Porsche, hear me, I don't care what car you're driving. I asked how much are you worth? And he goes, well, in my savings, it's 200,000. And everybody was like, you do know he's got a big house? Hear me, I don't care what size his house is. Hear me, I've got a big house too. It doesn't matter what size your house is, doesn't matter what car you drive. You could be the richest person in the world and drive a fucking Mini Cooper. But I would easily say that with all my legit money, I would be a millionaire. But when you put all my unlegit money from drugs, guns, girls, people who hire hitters, when you put all that there in the account, easily a billionaire. Because from drugs alone, like I said, I was even running out of places to put it. Like, my mummy went to go and pour herself a cereal and 2 stacks of cash fell out, and she goes, really? Is what my house came to now? Go and pour cereal and money falls out when I want a fucking cereal? Hear me, well, I have nowhere else to put it. She goes, how much money do you have? I literally brought her up into my bedroom, lifted up the mattress, and she goes, this is a king size bed. Hear me, yeah. She goes, that must be at least £4 million underneath your mattress. Hear me, easily. Then I showed her and said all the shoe boxes. She was like, right, you need to find a way to legitimize this money. Which I did. But now everything with me being the boss now, I get all of the cuts from all the other dealers. Whatever they make, I get a profit off it. Whatever someone pays a prostitute for them to suck their dick, I get profit off it. Whatever someone pays for a gun, I get profit off it. Whenever someone pays for a hitman, I get profit off it. Whenever a business needs protection, they pay me for protection, so their business doesn't get robbed. That is what puts me as a billionaire. No problem. See you later. But that's what I said. I'm being serious, people. I could easily be worth $1 billion. Or even £1 billion. Easily. And if I'm not worth $1 billion, I'd be sure as hell close to it. But, like I said, you need to have a mindset to make money. But I'm gonna end the stream here. And I'm sort of glad I got this conversation out of the way, because, being honest with you, it's a conversation I've wanted to have, but wanted to address it. But I'm going to leave the live stream here, and see you all probably in the next live stream, where we're actually probably playing a game with Crazy, and not talking about real life shit. But I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you all later.